Clemson softball on ACC Network Extra. Today, Game 3 between Clemson and Elon from McWhorter Stadium. Nathan McCurry and Scott Whitlock bring it to you, and Clemson's had a whale of a weekend already.
They surely have. Game 1 yesterday was about pitching and defense and timely hitting, and then more of the same in Game 2. Good pitching, good defense, and the bats came alive.
Well, let's take a look at some of those highlights from yesterday, and you mentioned the bats.
Yep. There's Abby Stewart hitting her first home run of the year in the second inning to start the scoring on the day. And there you see Valerie Cagle just mowing them down. She was helped by some great defense right there. There's a great catch by O out there in the outfield. And now you're going to see a double play ball right here. And Nathan, they just did a good job all day long in making plays and just, getting a little better every inning.
Yeah, it helps to have great defense behind you.
You better believe it.
That Game 2 was all Clemson.
And there's another home run by Stewart. And then the go homer by Miss Gombardo put us all in the highway.
Run rule game, 10-0 in that game. Number 2, and only one hit for Elon. It was an outstanding performance by the Clemson Tigers.
Absolutely.
You see they're only allowing 7 hits to Elon, 3-0 in that Game 1, and then 10-0 run rule against Clemson. The pitching was fantastic, and we look for another outstanding pitching duel today.
Absolutely. Cagle had a great outing, as did the starting pitcher in yesterday's game for Elon. Miss Quinn, Keena Quinn, did a great job. But timely hitting and great defense was the story in Game 1, and plus Cagle with her bucket full of strikeouts. Today's game ought to be great. Clemson's trying to take another step forward. Elon's just thankful to be playing because they had so many games affected by the weather and whatnot.
You see Cagle's numbers there. She went 6 innings, gave up 9 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 3 walks, no strikeouts, as she's going to face the first batter, and we're going to get this thing started. Megan Grant will take a first pitch.
Yeah. Grant's a pretty much prototypical leadoff hitter. Makes contact.
0 for 4 so far this weekend, however. She's going to take another one. That's ball 1. 1-1 the count to Grant, left fielder, batting .333 on the season.
Yep. And she has a triple. She has 5 RBI as well.
Well, you mentioned there's another ball outside. You mentioned the limited amount of games Elon plays. Does that affect the offense?
Well, yeah, because you want to see pitches. You want to be able to hit live pitching. I mean, you can only hit against your BP pitchers for so long.
There's a ball that's being grounded. Nice backhand on the first.
That was a very difficult play made to look easy by Ainsley Gilstrap, the transfer out of UFC Upstate, the super senior. She backhands that ball and gets it over to first base in fine fashion.
You see Keller Pereira, Gilstrap, and Bingham, Oda Clark, and Gombarda, and the battery Cagle and Hyatt for Clemson, as Rebecca Murray's going to stand in, center fielder. And she will take a ball. Must have been low.
Yeah. Tell you what, the leadoff hitter Grant hit that ball firmly, and it was a nice job by Gilstrap.
Murray 2 for 6 on the weekend. Went 2 for 4 in that first game. Batting .462. That's going to roll foul at the third base line. 1-1.
Handled and tossed back by Casey Bigham. Bigham, a transfer in from Furman, has come in and been a huge surprise for the Clemson coaching staff and team. She's doing a great job of holding third base down.
Murray steps in. Cagle from the circle. Comes inside. 2-1.
This right here is not unusual for Cagle. Early on is just establishing what the umpire is looking for in terms of a strike zone. And if she does, as she normally does, she gets better as the game goes on.
2-1 count's going to be grounded. Gilstrap's going to have another opportunity. That one much easier, but a slow roll, slow bounce is going to allow Murray to stand on first.
Yeah, it took her a little while to gather up that ball because of the slowness of the approach. But she was able to get the ball, but it was not in time. She let that ball take the extra hop.
Right.
Instead of running through it, and when that ball gets that second hop, it just allowed the base runner to get down there. Murray runs well.
Here's Allie Repko, just batting .200 on the season.
Yeah, but you want to kind of give them a little bit of grace on that. I mean, this is only her 11th at bat of the year, so batting averages for Elon is probably not as indicative of what they're really doing right now as it might be for Clemson, who's got 10 games under their belt.
She did have the only hit against Reagan Spencer yesterday. She's going to take a ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first. 1 out here in the top of the first.
Yeah.
Clemson at 8-2 in the season. Elon just 2-2.
Cagle pitched with base runners all day yesterday, and until the late innings. And she, like I said, she gets better as the game progresses.
Runner goes, but it's fouled off. Sign of a strong prospect for Cagle to be able to pitch around base runners.
Yeah. Cagle's still in her infancy as a college player. I mean, we got to remember, that they only played about a third of a season a year ago before the virus shut everything down.
Repko's that one going to roll up there.
And she's still very much learning to be a college player, but she is a phenomenally gifted athlete. I mean, she pitches, she hits, she can field her position, runs the bases well. She's got a lot of future ahead of her.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout for out number 2.
Well, nothing makes you look worse than a changeup. And that changeup right there just really, really, really got Repko. Look at that right there. Oh! I want to be somewhere else. And
here's Carly Davis. Runner on, 2 outs.
Yep. Davis hitting .286 in the young season. Only has 7 at-bats.
Swing and a miss.
Nice pitch right there. Cagle is better when she's aggressive. Yesterday was her first 7-inning shutout.
It's fantastic.
Of her career.
0-2 pitch. Go right at her. Grounded. Foul.
When I say 7-inning shutout, she had shutouts in a run rule game.
Right.
Which could be 5 or 6 innings, but she went the full mile yesterday.
Davis, the catcher, stands in 0-2, and that's going to be fouled back off of height.
Davis just did a good job of getting some metal on that. Well, I guess it's graphite now, or alloy, whatever they call it.
Well, you couldn't ask for a prettier day, but because the location of the sun is a little bit overcast, imagine the fielders, anything up in the air may be tricky.
Could be, but just because the sun's going in and out.
And that's going to be strikeout number 2 for Cagle and end the inning, leaving a runner on. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here at McWhorter Stadium, bottom of the first, you see the Clemson Tigers line up. Clark, Gilstrap, Cagle, Gambarda, Stewart, Pereira, Keller, Height, and Bigham. And they'll be facing the pitcher for Elon, Mackenzie Weber. 5'8" redshirt junior out of Overland Park, Kansas, a transfer from Wichita State. Appeared in 11 games prior to coming to Elon.
But I believe this is opening day for her.
That's what I am looking at.
This is her first opportunity here in 2021. Not really the way she wants to start it, hitting the leadoff hitter in the foot.
Not the way. McKenzie has hit McKenzie. Mackenzie Clark's head down to first. Take a look at the defense around the horn for Elon. Penny, Frazier, Shallon, DeVesa, Grant, Murray, and Clark, and Weber and Davis. And here comes Gilstrap.
Well, Mackenzie Clark stole 4 bases yesterday, so you can almost bet she's going right here. And you would have lost.
Ball inside.
At some point in time, I do believe in this bat she'll be put in motion.
See Gilstrap's numbers for the senior. 280. That's another pitch inside. The runner does go. It's right at her head as she slides in safely.
Yep. Clark gets to top speed very, very quickly, and she does a very good job. That's her 5th stolen base on this weekend.
So stolen base for Clark, runner in scoring position. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Gilstrap standing in, waiting. Now the catcher.
Well, the count was off on the scoreboard now. It's 0-2.
There we go.
Now it's correct.
And that ball's shot. Going to get down. Run's going to come around, and the play at the plate's going to be cut off. And it's a double going to be thrown into right field. Runner cannot advance, and Clemson will take a lead.
Good job that time by Ainsley Gilstrap. She drove that ball out into left field, and by the left fielder having to go toward the foul line to make that play, it allowed Clark to score easily from second base. And Gilstrap did a good bit of running and got in, went to second base on the throw. Also, something that you won't even see in the line score. Great job by Lauren Clark, the right fielder for Elon. She was on the spot and backed up that throw.
So here's Cagle, runner at second, still nobody out, and a strike called.
And Cagle is a very, very threatening hitter. Right now, she's pressing a little bit, in my opinion, but once she gets settled in, she's going to score a bunch of runs and drive in a bunch of runs for the Tigers. Very impressed with Cagle.
0-2.
Cagle, a product of the great state of Virginia. Commonwealth, excuse me.
Change up, grounded. Prayer's going to gobble it up.
But the one thing,
Frazier.
she pulled the ball though and got the runner over the third.
So that'll advance the runner, 1 out. And here is Gimbarda.
And she has been red hot as late. Very early in this year, we're only, a few games in. I mean, 10 games in, and she's already got 4 home runs, a bunch of RBIs. Hit the game winner last night, the game ender last night.
And she turned on that thing.
She
very
surely
quickly.
did. She knows what to do with that bat.
Pitch came inside, called strike.
Averaging over an RBI game.
That one's eye level for ball 1. Runner at third base, 1 run in. Abby Stewart waits on deck. He had some nice words to say about her games yesterday.
Yeah, she woke up. She was off to a really slow start on the season. Came into yesterday hitting under 100, which is unthinkable. And she had a day yesterday, and as we start today, she's at 189. So she raised her batting average over 100 points yesterday.
Take that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Weber's throw is going to get over the head of Davis, but short backstop here allows the defense to hold the runner.
One nuance of McWhorter Stadium is the fact that it's got a very, very lively backstop. And the padding, the ball will come directly back to a catcher.
2-2 bounces up there. 3 balls, 2 strikes with a runner at third and 1 out.
Gimbarda can hit the ball out of the park anywhere. She's got great power to all parts of the park. She loves to hit. She loves to play.
She loads up Weaver's pitch, and that is going to be gone. You can forget about it. Absolutely demolished. And it's a 3-0 score.
They may have to get Coach Sweeney to throw that back from the football building. That ball was mashed.
Wow.
The center fielder never even really had a need to move.
You can't square up a pitch better than that.
No, you cannot. The pitcher delivered the ball, and she participated. Look at this. Bang! And she knew it. And you watch that thing just fly way out of the ballpark.
Here's Gilstrap knew it.
Yeah. The hitter knew it, too. As soon as that thing went off the bat, she knew it.
So here is Stewart. Had a great game. 1 and 2. Pair of home runs.
Yep.
Weaver's pitch is inside. Not going to get the call.
No. This is exactly the kind of start the Tigers would want, and exactly the kind of start that the Phoenix would definitely not want. Because Clemson can run off from you.
Same spot, same call. 2 balls, no strikes. Still just 1 out in the inning. 3 runs in. Clark was hit by a pitch. Gilstrap doubled. And Gombarda has the home run. That's going to be right field, but right to Clark for out number 2.
Yep, Stewart's seen the ball a lot better this weekend. She drove that ball, but it was just right at the right fielder for the second out.
So that'll bring up Pereira.
And Cami Pereira, an unsung hero on the Clemson team. She has really solidified play at second base for them. Last year she played a lot of different places, including the outfield, but Coach Rittman and staff needed a second baseman. They moved her in there, and Cami's done a great job.
393. She's going to ground it. Frazier up, and that'll be the end of the inning. But Clemson has grabbed control. 3 runs on 2 hits. We head to the top of the second. Tigers up 3-0. Clemson puts up a crooked number offensively, and Elon's coaching staff gathers their players together and says, hey, chin up. There's a lot of ball game left.
Yep, and just telling everybody to relax. You know, this is about us getting better, about us learning. We can't compare ourselves to what the other team is doing. Just take a deep breath and go again. And there is a very fine coach of the Elon Phoenix, Coach Kathy Bocock, Coach Bo.
Cagle's first pitch to Lauren Clark is a fastball in there, swung on and missed. Yeah, Coach Bo.
Yep.
And they got a couple Coach Bo's. They also got Mallory Borden, Bo.
Yeah.
But Coach Bo spoke to our production staff earlier and said, hey, would you do me a favor and just shout out to my family in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Hadn't seen them because of the COVID, and she wants to let them know she's thinking about them. So first time since October as that ball's grounded at the plate.
Yeah.
She's not been able to see her family.
Excuse me, a very respected coach. And I know the COVID thing has been a strain on everyone, and for her to be away from her family for that amount of time, I really can understand why she'd want us to say hello for her.
Change up high, runs at 2-2.
See this pitch right here just kind of drift a little high. And if you're Cagle now, what you want to do is you want to have a shutdown inning right here after getting a 3-run lead.
And not going to get the call. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And one thing what you don't want to do as a pitcher when you've got a lead is you don't want to nibble too much and accidentally walk people.
Payoff. Going to be grounded. Gilstrap. Another fine play by the shortstop. Take a look at the resume of Elon's head coach. See your 10th season.
First baseman, number 16,
33-20-1. That 2019 record. Best record since joining the conference, CAA.
Yeah, back in 19. 33-win season.
Not too shabby.
No. The Phoenix is picked to finish preseason, finish second in the Southern Division of the Colonial Conference. Their half of the conference features perennial power James Madison.
By the way, Claudia Penny stands in. 1-0. That one's an inside edge.
I know Coach Rittman would really appreciate if Cagle could get in the zone and just pump strikes. I don't mean get sloppy, but really work ahead. Very fine pitching coach at Clemson, Kyle Jamison, I know is a big proponent of being aggressive and working ahead.
2 balls, 1 strike. Penny had 1 at bat in the first game. Ended up striking out. It's got to count 3-1, and she's in the catbird seat here.
Yes, she is. You make the hitter so much better when you're so far behind in the count.
Batting 503 games, and she's going to take strike 2. Tough pitch.
That was a hard pitch. You see it's up in the zone, but it drifts back over the plate very nicely for Cagle.
So another payoff.
Oh, that's why they put the net up.
Yeah, that was hot coffee coming in.
You better believe it was. Every man for himself or every woman for herself.
So Penny stands in, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the inning. And she's going to foul it off, stay alive.
Back in my day, anytime a ball would get hit hot into the dugout, I'd always grab my bench coach, Marty Rafter, and hold him up in front of me.
And I know that's true. It's not.
That's why he was on the bus. There's Kyle Jamison peeping in there over the shoulder of Coach Bowe.
Quick word between Hyatt and Cagle.
There comes Coach Rippon back up to the rail.
Penny's pitch, Cagle's pitch. Penny fouls it off.
Penny's doing a good job of fouling balls off and staying alive at bat and prolonging it. And usually a lot of times when you can do that, you will eventually induce the pitcher into, missing with a pitch badly, and you gain a free base. That's what happens a lot of times.
Sophomore out of Apex, North Carolina. Another pitch. She's going to take ball 4. Great at bat for her.
Yes, it was. That's just as I was talking about. She worked that at bat.
That's going to bring up Bella DeVesa.
Yeah, DeVesa playing shortstop for the Phoenix, hitting only 167. But as again, we've said this, it's very early in the season for Elon.
She's going to foul it at the plate. Now, if you're Elon, do you become more aggressive down 3-0, or do you
play your game this early? I mean, you want to, you'd love to get 1 back, but you don't want to try to, go up there and be foolish and try to, hit an 8-run homer. It's just not going to happen.
DeVesa, sophomore out of Pembroke Pines, Florida, takes the ball.
That was just off. You watch, that's a good pitch, but it's just off the plate.
Foul tip back.
For years and years, that little space between the batter's box and the corners of home plate is called the river. And umpires would usually give the pitchers, back in the day, the river. But that's becoming less and less a practice.
Oh, what a great pitch. Not going to get the call, though. 2-2.
That was nasty. That had some bite on it.
Yeah, it did. Gabby Shaw waits on deck. Just 1 out, runner on. Change up, frozen.
That was popsicle right there. Just went off speed and just kind of had the hitter locked up.
Watch this.
Oh. If she establishes that pitch and is able to get command on that, as hard as she throws, she's going to be just a handful for these ACC teams to deal with.
Freshman Shaw sends it right to the first baseman Keller for out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Again, Clemson goes to the bottom, leading 3-0. Head coach John Rittman in his second season, hopefully first full season for Clemson softball. And I know you got a great relationship with him.
He's a dear friend, and you see he's still sporting his jaw sling over there. He called me last night after I said that yesterday, and he wanted me to make certain that I knew that it's permissible for them not to have their faces covered up while they're coaching the bases. But I still think that is a jaw sling that Miss Lori makes him wear to keep his mouth closed.
Okay, Keller stands in as she's going to ground to second. Frazier. Nice play by her, making the adjustment for the first out.
Yep. But John Rittman, had a great career out at Stanford. And for Clemson, I give Mr. Radakovich and everybody here all the credit in the world for them to go out and get somebody as established as John Rittman is, as a teacher of the game, as an ambassador of the game. It's just awesome that they've got him here, and I think that's played a big part in their successful upload.
Here's Hyatt standing in. He's going to take a ball.
There's JoJo Hyatt. She's from about 70 miles down the road in Beaufort, Georgia. Maybe 80 miles.
Probably, closer to 80. Freshman. 333 on the season.
And she's one of those unsung heroes as well, because she's catching a lot of innings and doing just a great job back there with the Clemson pitching staff.
Had 3 hits and 6 at-bats yesterday.
Yep.
2-0. That one hangs high.
Just up.
That one's laid across.
Yep. This was a big inning for Weber. Coming off of that 3-run first inning, if she can settle down and navigate this inning and get the Phoenix back in the dugout to hit, that'd be important for her and important for her confidence.
And that ball's going to be dropped just in front of Clark in right field. So Height says not so fast on the quick inning.
Yeah. That ball was hit so sharply, if the right fielder would have been of a mind, she might have had to play it first on that ball, because she got to it very quickly on one hop. And you did have a catcher going down the line. And we're going to see a pinch runner, Shannon.
Charlie Shannon, the freshman out of Chester, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Going to pinch run.
Yeah. You see John Rittman there doing everything by the book. Got his paper out, got his pencil. Look at that.
Casey Bigham's going to be the batter as Clemson makes the changes.
And Bigham transferred in here from Furman as a graduate transfer, and didn't really know if she was going to have a spot on the roster. But Clemson had a couple of injuries come up, and all of a sudden they had a hole at third base, and they put her over there, and she has done a fantastic job from Waxhaw, North Carolina.
Well, she'll stand in with the runner at first base, 1 out. Clemson put 3 runs up there in the first. And there's a ball that pops the mitt. Runner down to second base is in there safely. So Shannon does her job.
Well, you see, she's got a running glove on, so you know that she can run well.
You only get those if you can run well?
Yeah, slow players don't get running gloves.
Oh.
No.
I just wear an oven mitt.
Yeah.
That one gets away from Weber.
You laugh about that, but you think somewhere there's a guy at a sporting good industry place, like, one day he was probably cooking breakfast and he had his oven mitt on. He's going, wait a minute. And the next thing you know, they're paying $30 for him.
1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's off the plate. Weber's having a tough time of it right now.
Well, she needs just to stay in her tunnel and not worry so much about what the Clemson hitters will do or not do, because she can't control that, but she can control how she approaches the game and how she, releases the ball and does her thing.
Missing high and away again.
Yeah, and she's laboring a little bit.
Yeah, and out comes Elon's coach. Going to have a word here. And you'd mentioned, how important it would have been for Weber to have a quick inning.
Yes. She
got the quick out, one pitch out.
Yep.
And then, of course, Hyatt gave up the single, and since then, she hadn't been able to find the strike zone.
She's been, and she let something get in her head, and she can't do that. Pitchers have to play with amnesia.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be arrogant. They have to be thinking that no matter what has happened, I'm better than this next hitter. And if they don't do that, then they're gonna find it to be tough sledding. There's no two ways around it.
Bigham's got an opportunity here, 3-1. And ball 4.
Yep. And one thing about it, when you start missing pitches, you don't get the close calls.
Mm-hmm.
When you miss badly, you do not get the borderline calls. And right there, that ball was indeed low, but you can see that ball called a strike in some games because it stayed good for a long time.
Back to the top of the order, Mackenzie Clark, who was hit by a pitch to start the game.
Yep.
For Clemson. And she's going to take a first pitch strike. Shannon at second. Bigham at first. 1 out. Bottom of the second inning.
And we've talked about it, but the Clemson team is just so high on this young woman.
It sounded like it called a strike. David Bush behind home plate. I don't think Clark liked the call.
Not too much.
So 0-2 here. And she's going to rocket one into left field.
Yeah, there's a base hit.
Runners will advance and be loaded for Ansley Gilstrap.
And this is not the part of town in which you wish to live.
Gilstrap had a double back in the first. A run scored. And dangerous power here for Clemson.
Yes,
in this 2-3.
This is a bad part of town right now if you're the Phoenix.
So Gilstrap, 269 on the season. She's going to take a pitch.
Yep, she did a good job of laying off that pitch.
It's a tough pitch to lay off.
Yes, it was.
1-0.
She would have not hit that ball hard if she'd made contact.
1 for 4 in the second game of yesterday's contest. 0 for 4. Correction, 0 for 2 in game 1. She fouls that one off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still just 1 out.
And Clemson's looking to break it open. You got a team on the ropes. That's what you're supposed to do, is put it away. And if you're Elon, you're just desperately trying to hang on.
Trying to work the corners. That one too far low. 2 balls, 1 strike, and Davis is going to go out and have another word with Weber.
Yeah, and from our location, we can't see the bullpen for Elon, so I don't know if anybody's working or if this is just going to be McKenzie. But nobody's working, I'm being told, in the bullpen right now, so this is going to be Mackenzie Weber's opportunity to get some pitches in, get some innings in. So she needs to be committed to it and just go do it.
2 balls, 1 strike. Dangerous pitch if you're Weber. Nowhere near.
Nowhere near. Now, if you're the hitter, Gilstrap, what you're going to do is pick out a little bitty zone.
Right.
And if that ball is in that little bitty zone, you're going to jump all over it. Otherwise, you're going to let it go, even if it's a strike.
Most success has been on the inside edge for Weber, but she has not been able to find the strike zone as of late. And that ball was hung over the plate and popped up by Gilstrap. Runner's going to feign the advance home.
Yeah.
But that's a big out.
Yep, and a disappointing at bat for Gilstrap. I know she wanted to do more with the at bat than that, but that even hitting a fly ball that you can't advance the runners on. I mean, that's just a disappointment. But here's somebody that has shown a propensity to be very, very good with bases loaded. That's Valerie Cagle.
Cagle can help herself here if she finds it. Gets a pitch to hit.
Yeah.
1 ball, no strikes.
She's a very aggressive hitter, so don't expect her to stand up there and just take pitches, but she did show good discipline that time laying off that pitch because it was in on her.
Cagle out of Yorktown, Virginia.
Yeah. And she's way ahead in the count now, and she's going to be looking to knock the cover off the ball right here.
2-0 count. Comes in, 3-0.
Nothing to hit.
Well, now if you're Weber, you've got one option.
Yeah, but if you look in the on-deck circle.
Well, right.
I mean, you're like, oh, Lord, please just, Valerie, put it in play. He turned her loose 3-0 yesterday. I don't know if he'll do that here.
It does.
He did.
Ground ball up to second. That's going to be the final out. So what a job by the defense as Clemson maintains the lead 3-0 as we go to the third. When you talk about pitching around some trouble, Weber holds Clemson right there 3-0 as we head to the top of the third. And it's the 9-hole hitter Michaela Frazier, the freshman. She's going to square to bunt and take a first pitch strike. You mentioned something about Cagle's body language as she went to the circle.
Yeah, she was really angry with herself about that at bat, and it's very important that she forget about that now and just go out there and do her job. And it was great to see her get ahead right there.
Fouled at the plate. Frazier out of Miami, Florida. Just had a birthday back in February 16th. Father played football at Hofstra. So athletic family.
Hall of Fame softball coach Bill Edwards led the Hofstra team for many, many years, an old friend of mine.
Oh, cool. No balls, 2 strikes. Frazier able to take that pitch.
Yeah, that one was about a 54-footer.
Frazier, Grant, and Murray scheduled here. And that one bounces up there, 2-2.
Yeah.
So do you feel like Clemson's coaching staff may have said something to Cagle about keeping it between the ears?
I doubt it. No, I don't think they said a word to her. I think everything on her would be, at this point, would be self-imposed. But I don't see any sign that she's still angry with herself about the at bat. I think right now she's more upset with herself about the 2 balls in the dirt.
Yeah.
But she is a freshman, but she does have a lot of innings in her tank now, so she's beginning to develop a catalog of her own.
And that one is going to be strikeout, but it was dropped by the catcher. They end up throwing Frazier out.
Yep. You got a strikeout and a 2-3 put out right there.
And that'll send us to the top of the order. Megan Grant. You see the strikeout rolls away from Hyatt. Tough pitch, though.
Yeah.
Grant, utility player, sophomore out of Vinton, Virginia. And I don't know where Vinton is. We were talking about Virginia earlier. That one's fouled off.
Yep, she fouled that one off.
I figured you know.
Yep, she hit the ball very sharply, her first at bat, right at the shortstop, Gilstrap, who made a great backhanded play to get the first out. And so Grant stands back in looking to do some good.
Grant earned some awards in the conference last year.
She's a very nice player. Didn't do a lot yesterday at the plate, but she hits at the top of the order for a reason.
Takes a tough pitch there. One ball, 2 strikes.
That was the best pitch she's made the entire game right there. That was a nice, crisp pitch that got the outside corner of the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Delivery. Man, she pops the mitt.
Oh, that looked good too.
No call.
Probably just off the plate. And it was over there where it used to be a strike. But that was very nice. See her there. Well, now she's worked herself into a full count. Nice job. After falling behind 0-2, I think.
Yep, 3-2.
You see John Rittman had his hand up over his hat visor. He don't want to look.
Fouled at the plate. Nothing that's come off the bat of Elon looks like it's going to do anything. It's either fouled at the plate or just grounded somewhere.
Yeah. Well, you got to understand, Valerie Cagle is an elite pitcher. I mean, you know, you tend to sometimes, you know, when you're critiquing or calling a ball game, you forget to remind people of how good she is and her capabilities, and she has the ability to make hitters look bad, you know. And what everybody is really interested in is what will Cagle, you know, mature to? What will she become? Because she's got a chance to be very, very good before she's done.
She's got a 3-2 count to work with here. 1 out and a 3-0 lead.
And that was a great job by JoJo Hike going out there going, look, just calm down, take a deep breath, give me a good pitch. You got a good defense and you got a lead.
That one comes inside, easily grounded to Keller for out number 2.
Keller has got very good hands over there at first base. She dug out a couple of balls yesterday. It was just outstanding. And you watch her right here. She does a good job. She don't let herself get caught in between hops. Gets over there and makes the play. When she figures out, and she will, when she figures out the hitting part of the college game,
right,
Keller is going to be a mess to deal with.
Here's Rebecca Murray, the junior, 438 on the season. Had a single, the lone hit for the Phoenix so far. She's going to ground it. Pereira on to Keller, and Cagle gets out of it. The inning, nothing for Elon. Clemson leads 3-0. Bottom of the 3rd, we return. Gabar's had a whale of a weekend.
There's her go-homer right there from yesterday. And partner, tell them what just happened here today.
Yeah, and she went yard again, and that was an absolute mash job over the center field.
She left the yard.
Yeah.
I mean, the cameraman wasn't even in play.
Heck of a shot there got by Gabarda, and she will stand in, face Weber, who worked out of a heck of a jam last inning.
Oh, yeah. Bases loaded, 1 out.
So Gabarda stands in. And staying away from her.
I would, too. I tell you, you got to walk softly right now. She's red hot. I mean, she's up to 414, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs.
Mentioned out of Swanee. Lambert High School. What a program Lambert has, an athletic program just overall.
And that high school's not that old.
No. Two 2-0. Flirting with danger here, unless you're just going to go ahead and put her on.
Yeah, well, they don't show any interest in giving her anything to hit. She'll probably have the green light.
She takes a strike.
Well, she didn't like that one.
Yeah.
That's okay to take that. I mean, with 3-0 count. Got the hottest hitter on the team, maybe in Allie Stewart on deck. Or Abby Stewart.
Comes inside, jams her a bit. Fouled off 3-2. So now Weber again working in dangerous territory.
Yeah,
3-0, and she's got a 3-2 count.
But what she's got to do now is not get too brave.
Yeah.
You get really brave here and something bad could happen.
That's Gabarda's plan. Let's see what Weber plans. Here's the pitch. high, and it's going to be floated out towards center field. Great pitch. Murray underneath it.
That's a good job of wiggling out of trouble by Mackenzie Weber.
That was all you can ask for if you're Weber.
That brings up Abby Stewart.
Stewart flied out her last at bat. As you mentioned, had a great weekend and
Couple of homers.
figuring it out at the plate, didn't she?
Yeah, she's warming up.
174. Pair of homers yesterday.
What you got to understand about that 174, it was like an 074 yesterday. So she's having a big weekend, and she's starting to warm up a little bit. It takes some players longer to get into stride. And somebody like Stewart, you know, she's only had 23 at-bats on the season right now as we watch her. So she, you know, she's starting to figure it out a little bit.
Stewart out of Snow Camp, North Carolina. 1-1. And
off-speed pitch missed outside.
Yep, 2-1.
There you look there in the Clemson dugout. Players are very supportive of one another. You see graduate assistant coach Luke Combs trying to weasel in the frame there.
Another ball high. 3-1 to Abby Stewart. One out here in the bottom of the third inning. Clemson 3 runs in that first. Double by Gilstrap, home run by Gombardi, and that ball's going to drop in front of Murray out in center field.
Have yourself a weekend, kid. Firm single up the middle.
Dropped the bat on it.
Yep.
Dropped it where it needed to be.
Yep. Well, something's about to happen here. I don't know if it's a pinch runner or what. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. It's going to be number 24.
Yeah, it's Aurelia Oda.
Yep.
Going to check in.
He's doing this stuff now with the Oda's already in the lineup, so he's just making a substitution. Oda's the left fielder,
right?
And so that's one of the nuances of fast pitch softball.
Cami Pereira, left-handed batter, will stand in. She grounded to second her last at bat. Let's see if maybe they send the runner and open up that hole for Pereira.
You could see hit and run here. You could see bunt and run as well. Pereira very good with the bat.
Senior, 379 on the season. Takes a strike. I don't think the Clemson fans liked it.
No.
A bunch of moaning down there. Great crowd for the limited seating.
Yep.
It's a sellout.
All of them are. I think their whole season is.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, yeah. But you know what's even more wonderful is that we're back playing.
Yeah.
And people are getting back outside. I mean, this is a very hectic time right now for college athletic programs because just about every program they have is playing now. You still got basketball going on. You got track and field starting. You got tennis. You got golf. You got baseball, softball. And it even some places, FCS schools, you got football.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. You got soccer going on right now. You know, the virus shut everything down in the fall. And I just tip my hat to everybody who is doing everything they can to get these student athletes back out and competing. This is not as easy as it looks.
Just getting a chance to call different sports in different regions, everybody agrees with you. And that ball is going to be over the head of the outfielders and stuck under the wall. One run's going to try and score, and it's a triple for Pereira.
She did a great job of turning on that ball and drove it, and the ball did take a funny bounce, and it actually plugged up under the wall there. It did not bounce back to the right fielder at all. You see she drives it really hard. Now watch it. Okay, one in the grass. As you see the runner, you see Oda scoring easily from first base.
So that makes it 4-0, and the entire infield comes in to have a word with Weber as Keller will be the batter.
Yep.
See Pereira, you mentioned what a great hitter and easy. Just drove it where it needed to be.
Yep.
And it looks like this is going to be Weber's inning. Is still no action in the Phoenix bullpen.
Yeah. Well, right now, Kaya Keller's coming in, hitting only 200 on the year. This is would be only her 17th at bat. And right now, what John Rittman wants out of her is hit me a long fly ball, do something to score the run. Give me an RBI right here, kid, and you'll have had a great at bat.
She's going to ground it to first. Step on and then look the runner back. Great job by Penny.
Good job that time. And that's going to bring up JoJo Hyatt, catcher.
Hyatt had a single her last at bat. Back in the second, was stranded at third base.
Yep. Hitting 364. She's raised that average a little bit.
Hyatt waits the pitch, change up off the plate.
Yep. Tell you, if Weber gets out of this with only one run scored over the last 2 innings, she's done a pretty good job of damage control.
Right.
She was in a big mess last inning.
Ground ball. That's going to be oh gosh. The shortstop.
Easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say. Elon gets out of it. 1 run, scores on a pair of hits. 4-0 Clemson. Trio of Clemson Tigers earned preseason All-ACC honors. Hannah Goodwin, who is out injured, Marissa Gambarda, and Valerie Cagle. Of course, Gambarda and Cagle having a big part in this afternoon's game and has had a big part this weekend.
Yeah, they're kind of backing up their preseason selections. You see there, Florida State, usual suspects, Florida State, Virginia Tech, got a lot of notice, and it's just a big compliment to this Clemson ball club to put 3 on the preseason team.
And so far, Cagle, like you said, has shown why. She has really done a great job. Just 1 hit, no runs for Elon, 4 runs, 6 hits for Clemson. As it'll be Ali Repko standing in. Repko takes a first pitch.
Repko hitting 231 this young season.
Another pitch taken
just off the plate. There's that little no man's land. If you look right here,
that's a tough call.
That is a very tough call. That in a lot of places, that's a strike.
And she's going to ground it up the first base side.
Yep.
2-1 for Repko.
It's really interesting, as the game evolves, so does the officiating of a game evolve. And they have, in recent years, has shown that the umpiring and the forces, the people that in leadership positions and the NCAA's asked them to tighten up that zone a little bit, and they've done a good job with it. You see the ground out to Pereira. But it really puts a predicament on the pitching and the coaching, because when that thing gets tighter, the offense just definitely gains an advantage.
Yeah,
and that may be what they're looking for.
Here's Carly Davis, the sophomore, struck out her last at bat. She's going to ground it. Pereira's going to have another shot at it. Clean living for Pereira.
I'm telling you. Kind of getting hoggish about it out there. I'll let somebody else play.
And here's Lauren Clark. She grounded to the short to start the second.
Number 26, Lauren Clark.
Clark, 400 coming into today's matchup.
There's a strike. Clemson wearing those crisp all-white uniforms today.
There's I thought I was going to pull the trigger. Ball one.
Yeah.
1-1, 2 outs.
Well, look right
See
here.
Where this one's at.
That's a pretty good pitch there.
Ground ball. Pereira. It's a prayer inning. All 3 outs to the second baseman, and that ends it. Clemson, bottom of the 4th, we return. It's been a long time coming for Elon's start. They had 6 of their first 8 games postponed or canceled, and they're just happy to be playing, although not a lot of offense for them this weekend. But this is a learning experience for them.
They're getting innings in, and I know we talk a lot about the Clemson program, but I want you to know Elon has a good softball club. They just need playing time, you know, and they're getting it here in Clemson, South Carolina this weekend. Unfortunately, they're facing a pretty good team, but in the long run, it will pay off for them because they're getting repetitions in now. And I know Coach Bo and her staff will be looking closely at it, but people do not need to, take Elon lightly going forward.
Bigham in there and takes strike 2.
I'll say this very quickly. A year ago, before the pandemic hit, Elon had defeated North Carolina. In 2019, they had wins over NC State and Georgia. This program knows how to play big teams.
We saw the 33 wins there in that 2019 as that ball falls off the plate.
Yep.
1-2. Bigham walked.
They're a well-coached team, disciplined, and they'll be just fine in their conference.
That ball bounces up there. Bigham walked in her first at bat. Back in the second, was stranded at second base.
And I want to say this about Mackenzie Weber, their pitcher. I mean, the third inning and the fourth inning, the second inning and the third inning, it just had disaster written all over it. And that she was able to wiggle out of both of those messes.
That ball's reached for and fouled off.
And that, will be interesting to see, if that continues for her, because she gave up the 3 runs in the first. She had bases loaded and only 1 out in the second and got out of it. And then got out of the third inning, stranding a runner at first for 2 at-bats. I mean, at third for 2 at-bats. So she's done a good job of damage control.
She's got a full count here. And ground ball. DeVesa onto first. Good play for her. As we take a look at Elon's upcoming schedule. Not an easy haul. At North Carolina, NC Central, and then Duke comes to visit.
And then they go to they host, I think, North Carolina, Greensboro, and then James Madison, the preseason favorite in the southern part of the Colonial Conference.
Here's a ball off the plate.
Getting that first out of the inning is big. Again, the coaches of Elon are watching this game differently than the rest of us do.
Right.
We're sitting here talking about winning and losing and all of those kind of things. They're just looking for improvement and repetition, all those different kind of things. So they've got kind of a different agenda than we do. Now, naturally, they want to win a ball game. I'm not saying that, but but they're trying just to get better because they've had such little opportunity to play.
Clark, 2-0 count. And she's going to turn the bat. Great play by Shaw at third base, that hot corner.
Yeah. You've got to be a special person to play first base or third base in fast pitch softball because, I mean, that ball gets up on you in a hurry.
Yeah.
The shortstop, number 8, Ansley Gilstrap.
As Gilstrap will stand in.
Yeah. She was part of that big first inning. She had a double to left field.
All right. 1 ball, no strikes.
Gilstrap, great story. We did a feature yesterday on our broadcast production team, put it together. Last year she had to endure some serious medical difficulties.
And she's going to hit it sharply in that 6-hole.
Great job there. She had to have brain surgery.
Wow. That's scary.
Oh, yeah. And she had to overcome a lot of things to get back, and she's just excited to be back out on the field playing.
Here's Valerie Cagle. Boy, you know, she wants to maybe make something happen.
Yeah, she'd love to help herself.
Great opportunity. Fouls that one off.
They had
back in the second.
They had to run her in motion there.
Oh, 1. Cagle 258 on the season, 0 for 2 today.
Got 3 home runs on the young season.
Runner goes down and throw towards the third base side of the plate. So stolen base for Gilstrap. She's dancing.
She's dancing to the Jeffersons theme.
She doesn't know.
She don't know. She don't know that. She has no idea what that's from.
That ball's going to be shot out towards right field. Another run's going to score, and Cagle has done the job in helping herself. 5-0 Clemson.
Great job of hitting right there. That's what she does. Looks like she's going to get a base running glove too. So she just turns on it, hits it in the gap. There was no chance for the right fielder Clark to get on that one. Now she stands out at second base.
That puts that stolen base in play, easily scoring.
I think
Gilstrap.
He may put a pinch runner in. Yeah.
Here comes Jaden Cheek.
Yeah, number 19, Jaden Cheek's going to come in and run. And
Carnesville, Georgia.
Yeah, and you're going to see Cagle take off her running glove. Yep. Now look what's up now.
Yeah, Marissa Gambarda has had a great season and a great day and great weekend.
Yeah.
And she's got a runner at second base and can open this thing up further.
I'm telling you, folks, she has broken the code on this hitting thing. She can really rake.
Gambarda stands in. Weber's still commanding the circle.
Nice pitch there.
Well, I tell you what, Davis fired it back to Weber, and Weber had taken a look back at second and barely got her glove up to receive the throwback. And that ball is sent to left. Play at the plate is going to be not in time. Gambarda puts another RBI across, and Clemson now leads 6-0.
Yep. They're expanding the lead. This is what you call separation. And it looks like this might be the end of the day for Miss Weber. Yep.
Nice smile. As a pinch runner will check in for her is Logaleo.
You may see her stay in and play defense too.
Yeah, Coach Bocock out speaking with David Bush, and you will have a pitcher change.
And this is going to be number 6, Kiana Quinn, who started yesterday's first game. Came up short on a 3-0 game yesterday.
Well, we'll tell you all about the new Elon pitcher when we return. Clemson up big 6-0 here in the 4th. Kiana Quinn, the graduate senior, 2-1 record, 1.91 ERA, 14 2/3 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, making her 4th appearance out of Bowling Springs, South Carolina.
Yeah, that's a suburb of Gaffney.
Okay.
Well, it is.
I believe you. I know Gaffney.
And Quinn started yesterday's first game, pitched pretty well, took a line drive shot off of the upper part of her torso yesterday, and it's good to see her back out there. And Oda's going to step in. We got a pinch runner that's come in the game. So we got a lot of stuff going on, Nathan.
Yeah, Oda made Sports Center with that great catch yesterday.
Yeah.
She is in the lineup, but batting for the first time. Quinn yesterday went 6 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, all earned, walked 3. Back out here this afternoon, and she's got a 1-1 count to Oda. Two outs, runner at first. Oda's going to ground it. DeVesa onto first, and that'll be it. So Quinn gets it done. We head to the 5th. Top of the 5th inning, Clemson 6-0 over Elon. And it's kind of been that kind of weekend between these two teams. Clemson's done a great job offensively in the circle. Elon's still trying to figure things out again early in their season.
Yep. As
Claudia Penny will step in to open up.
And Logaleo did stay in the lineup to play right field for Gombarda. Nathan, you know, one thing I was very blessed, I was in this game a long time.
Right.
And, you know, you have a network of friends and coaches and people, you know, fans and whatnot. And just got a shout out from a very fine coach of the North Georgia State University softball team, the Saints. Coach Mike Davenport must have a day off today. He just shot me a text and told me that
I'm doing great.
That he's listening and he's enjoying it, and that at least one of us has a face for radio.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to say which one it was.
0-2 count. Penny going to foul it off.
But I would tell Coach Davenport he should really now you tell me who it is. But Coach Davenport really should maybe invest in a mirror. So get that off of us. Thank you.
Appreciate everybody tuning in and
we sure do.
Out.
And appreciate people sending us texts and stuff like that.
Ball high, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Penny. She walked back in the 2nd. That's a good pitch. It must have been a little bit off the plate. Pretty narrow strike zone for David Bush behind home plate. That was a little bit low.
A little low.
So 2-2. Comes inside, 3-2. Cagle looks in and delivers.
Woo.
Ball 4.
Well, you don't want to start walking people with a 6-run lead.
But she's not missing much by much.
No, she's not. She is not. Then we're going to have a pinch runner for Penny. Looks like it's going to be number 2.
Yeah, Drew Mincer.
Drew Mincer
will check in.
Pinch running for the Phoenix.
And Bella DeVesa scheduled to hit. Looks like we may see a pinch hitter as well.
That looks like number 7 Goldweight. Goldweight's a junior out of Sugar Land, Texas.
Yeah, Keegan Goldweight.
On the year, she's 0 for 4. So she's going to get an opportunity to maybe knock the lid off the hit can.
Goldweight bats with runner on first base, nobody out. Top of the 5th inning, 6-0 Clemson. Fouls it off. 4 at-bats this season. Pair of strikeouts for Goldthwait.
Well, she got to get some at-bats in if she's going to, get some consistency, but with only 4 at-bats, this, it's very difficult to gauge and judge what she's doing.
And didn't mean to. Going to get past the pitcher and cleaned up by Pereira, but runner advances to second base.
Not what she exactly had in mind, but it was a productive at-bat anyway. It moved the runner. You'll see here a little check swing.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was just under the glove of Cagle, who is a very good fielding pitcher.
Well, right now, Elon 0 for 5 with runners on base. You want to improve on that, and they may have done that just at bat and have done so. Runners will be at the corners with 1 out. That was Shaw with her first hit.
Good job of Clark getting the ball back in from center field very sharply. Hit her cutoff person perfectly, the first baseman Keller right there.
Shaw celebrating as it'll bring up Michaela Frazier.
Number 3, Michaela Frazier.
No, that.
She's going to ground it. Shaw on to first base. Second out.
Yeah. That was a nice play right there. And was able to hold the runner at third. And now Cagle's got a chance to get out of it. See right here, look at that. And Bigga did something that was a very shrewd veteran move. Was she didn't even think about going to second base.
Right.
She took a quick peek to freeze the runner and got the out.
Here's Megan Grant.
Yep.
Grant 0 for 3. A pair of ground outs. (1-0). Rebecca Murray waits on deck. There are 2 outs, 2 on.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's low, 2-0.
Yeah. And you don't want to start getting behind hitters. Now you got a big lead. You've got the game under control. You certainly don't want to do something to give your opponents any hope.
Again off the plate, 3-0.
And they are missing right now.
Cagle in the circle pitch. There's a get him over strike, 3-1.
Right here we'll see how interested Cagle is in attacking the hitter Grant.
Grant looking for a first hit on the weekend, on the season. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Had some mustard on it.
Yes, it did. And I would throw that one again because Grant could not catch up to that.
Let's see what Cagle's got in mind. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. It's shortstop on to first. Runner's going to be safe. Oh, they're going to call her out at first. A delayed call at first, and that will end the inning and hold Elon scoreless. Bang, bang play. We head to the bottom half, 6-0.
All right, there you see the Clemson offense really comes alive. And there's Gombarda hitting the ball all the way over to the football building. See some more good offense right there. And there's a big double there by Cagle. And Gombarda hits a single, grabs another RBI. And the Clemson offense is taking advantage of every opportunity they've had today.
6 runs, 9 hits, and it's been all Clemson. And as we're going to play a defensive substitution before the inning starts, as Raylan McGarry is going to run out to right field.
And Clemson is 20-0 lifetime when they score 5 runs. So that's certainly a good omen. And right now we're seeing a change. Did you give them the change?
Yeah,
Nathan?
Gave him the change. Sure.
That's what a good play-by-play man does. Excellent, outstanding.
Here is Cami Pereira. And it looks like Clemson's going to make a change here.
Yeah, you change right. Fielders will do something different, too. Let's see what they're doing. I don't think they're going to make a change. I think they're just getting the change that occurred. Looks like it's going to be Pereira.
Yeah, you see Pereira out there.
Yep, but you do see Morgan Johnson on deck. So it looks like Johnson may hit for Keller.
So here is Pereira standing in against Kenna Quinn. Came in and got out of the inning back in the 5th, rather 4th. So Quinn delivers. First pitch ball. Well, it was a bang-bang play to end the top of the 5th.
And I want to give a shout-out to the camera and production people. They had some great angles on that play, and we have a great group of producers and camera people that work with us when we come up here to Clemson, and they just do a really good job of giving you good looks at everything that goes on here.
And we can confirm that it was a bang-bang play.
Absolutely.
It was that close.
It was. It surely
3-0. Pereira.
You see there, Coach Rippman wearing his jaw sling a little higher right now.
There's a strike, 3-1. Pereira's grounded out and had a triple.
Yeah, she did. She hit that ball out in the right center gap. And I mean, she motored around to third base.
Oh, that was going to come up and hit her forearm.
Ow, 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 ow. Thank goodness she had that protector on her elbow, because I think it got the. Look at it. There's our camera crews. Look at them. Doing a great job. Oh, right there, out in the outfield. Right there. Like the home plate shot.
There they are.
Oh, the production crew. Look at them. I knew they'd plug themselves.
Great job, gentlemen.
Who's that older guy in the front row?
All right, here we go. Is Morgan Johnson's going to step in. Johnson, 6'1", out of Evans, Georgia.
Suburb of Augusta, Georgia.
And these are recruiting grounds for you, and you know them well.
Yep. Out I-20 from Atlanta.
Johnson's going to take it way off the plate. Now, did you ever have a player 6'1"?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah. I did. It was
coaching
basketball.
Conference coming out to the circle of basketball. Yeah. You're a genius.
Oh, well. I would argue with you, but you're right. Yeah.
So Elon still has no one in the bullpen. So Quinn.
And you really wouldn't expect them to be anybody in the bullpen right now, because you've got the best pitcher you got out there right now, and you're in the 5th inning. You're down 6. She's going to give you your best chance to stay in it. And everybody knows now at this point in the game, Clemson's 2 runs away from ending it.
Right.
But yeah, to answer your question, yes, I did have several players that went over 6 foot over my.
Huge swing by Johnson.
Over my career. Audra Thomas, one of them. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
She was having a great fall, the fall of 19 leading into last year's season.
That ball is hit deep and game. Morgan Johnson has just hit a home run to make it 8-0.
Just like that, this game's over.
Clemson has run-ruled Elon twice in this series.
And that is a double celebration, not only for the win, but that is a big victory for Miss Johnson, because she's come all the way back from a very, very bad knee injury. And that is a great thing. That is what college athletics is about. And that is just a wonderful moment for that young person.
It certainly is, as Clemson will wrap this one up 8-0. Here it is again.
And that ball was a no-doubter line drive. She just dropped the bat head on it, sent it out there in the right center field, and going to put everybody on I-85.
Johnson celebrates, rounding the bags, and here's her team. And boy, are they fired up. This Clemson Tiger team this weekend, 3 shutouts, 2 run rules, and early in the season they're rolling.
And they did what good teams are supposed to do. When they got their opponents in trouble, they separated and they went on and won the game. They never gave Elon an opportunity. But I do want to say this again about the Elon program. They had only had 2 games under their belt when they got here. This weekend was much about getting innings in, getting at bats. What do we got to do to get better? What do we got to tweak? Elon is a good softball program. They're going to be just fine in their conference, and everybody that's fans of Elon just hang in there with them.
Well, it was a big weekend for Clemson. You know, Elon liked to play, but the Tigers had the highlights. Here we go. Clemson over Elon 8-0. So from Clemson, South Carolina, 8-0. Clemson over Elon. For Scott Whitlock, I'm Nathan McCrary. We say so long from McWhorter Stadium, where again the Clemson Tigers have run ruled Elon Phoenix 8-0 and swept the series